YouTube modeling community, Steve here at the bench with you. Coming back with a little shop car shout out today and a really cool kit review. It's for one of the modeling members who just finished in my opinion, an incredible kit, and I happen to have kind of a balance to go with his, and he's brought it from my back burner, and now I'm bringing it to the front burner, and I'll be getting on that. But I'm going to do a little shop car shout out. But before I do, I want to make a little amendment to a video I did not too long ago. And it may be nothing, maybe nobody caught it. And if that's the case, that's good. Because that was, I did not intentionally mean to mislead anybody. That's not what I'm about. I've only had this channel a short time. And I pretty much put my heart on my sleeve, showing you guys who I am. A lot of the community members do the same thing. And I like that. I like the integration with family and things of that nature, and just a little bit more than just the bench, So I try to share that as well. But I made a statement in a video a while back. I was trying to do a final on my group truck build, and I was rushing through it. Didn't think anything of it, but an uncle of mine called me on it. He is a retired Marine, Vietnam vet, served 2 tours with the Marines, and then served another tour with the Army before he retired. And I hold his opinion in very high regard. And if it had been anybody else, I probably wouldn't have cared or really worried about it. But I just don't want I don't want the distinction that I'm trying to bring anything. Trying to think of this nicely because we have children on the channel now. I don't want to bring anything misleading to my channel. Like I say, I pretty much showed who I am, what I'm about, how I roll. Just a regular guy, family, grandkids, small family, father and son business. And just not conducive. And when my uncle called me on this, he said I needed to make amends on it. And like I say, I hold him in very high regard. All our military. I've been raised military all my life. And you just don't dishonor. And for his sake, and for the fellow viewers of my modeling channel, I wanted to make amends on it. And so I made a statement in regards to having flown planes. And I equated that in the same reference as an F4 Phantom. I want it to be very distinct and clear. I'm not a pilot. I've never piloted an F4 Phantom. In my life, I've had a very honored distinction to be around a lot of aircraft. I have over 10 years in the air. I love to fly. I love everything about flying. And I just didn't want any misconceptions about what I was trying to portray for my channel. And so, yeah, he basically, in his opinion, stated that I was trying to portray something I'm not. And I just wanted to make that very clear. I've had the distinction of being around a lot of aircraft in my day. I've taken a lot of flights. Even been able to take a couple rides in a Bell 47 helicopter. My very first aircraft that I ever touched by hand was an F4 Phantom. My parents separated and my mom started dating a naval air pilot in San Diego. Great guy. His name was Captain Riley. His AKA was Thumper. Never could figure exactly out why. Everybody just laughed and said, "Don't ask," when it was brought to question. So we left it alone. But I've spent a lot of time around military aircraft in my younger days. Very honored and distinguished to have been able to do that. And spent enough time around a group of naval fighter pilots to the point where I ended up with my own AKA. Everybody gets a handle. It keeps ranks off the air and as well distinguishes person against person. Names of Steve, Mike, Richard, whatever could be misconstrued. So everybody gets an AKA. Mine was Squirrel. I was a squirrely little kid in my day. And when I got into my teenagers, I was starting to go down the wrong path. And a group of these guys, very, very, very great guys, kind of took me under their naval wing, as it were, and gave me a better line of sight. Gave me a better understanding, I guess, of finding the ball, as it were, on the flight deck of the carriers. Just basically a better line of sight to better outlook on life. And so I just wanted to make that distinction very clear. I have a lot of hours in the air, but I am not a pilot, and I'm not trying to bring anything misleading to my channel. And so I hope nobody even caught it. But we have military vets out there in the community, and I do not want to bring any disrespect or dishonor to them. All right. My dad served over 20 years. He went in the year after Pearl Harbor and served 20. He was a gunner, second class through the war. Served 5 ships. He worked the frigates after the war and was a mechanical engineer. I have a very, very extensive family history of the military, and I honor and respect that always. And we got some other stuff going on with some members of the community that aren't doing as well, and I just want to send my condolences from the gate. I don't have a kit for Carolina Man Cliff. I will be picking up a Mustang and doing a tribute build for that. Anyways, I hope the amends can be made, and I hope nothing was made of it. Nobody cared. But I needed to make that clear for the sake of my channel and for my uncle, and who supports my channel, and he's a great guy, and I honor and respect him highly. So I just wanted to make that clear. No distinctions or misconceptions, okay? You all right, honey? You
Yes.
all right? Okay.
Yeah.
You're teary back there, too. We're having an emotional weekend. We've got things going on in the YouTube modeling community. So let's get on some happier stuff and quick review and try to keep this short, okay? All right. First of all, some shop card shout-outs. And one of my favorites right off the top. I've been waiting for that for a while. Little Leilani, if you're not subscribed to
Oh,
her
how
channel.
cute!
Yeah, that's Little Nugget's card. You haven't seen that, huh, yet?
Chicken
That
Nugget
is,
Garage.
that is Little Leilani's card. That will go right up here. I've got a
That's
little
very
special
cute.
spot for it. Okay, it goes right up there with Grandpa Jimmy.
That's very
Okay,
cute.
so thank you, Leilani. I've got you on my subscriptions, and I love your channel, and I support all the kids in the modeling community. I think that's great. We didn't have that as kids. Our parents didn't. Well, you might have got lucky and had a parent teach you, bring you into it, or grandparent, but we didn't have that as where I come from. So Dad always enjoyed watching me build models, but he didn't really help me a lot. Just kind of, supported. So anyways, okay, one for there. And of course, Monty Davis, I got your card. Thank you, Monty, very much. I know it's been a little while coming, and I appreciate that. We talked, and I got your card too. That will go on the wall of inspiration along with the others. And last but not least, Mr. Ron Stewart, I got your card. I love the cards. I love them all. I love the characters, and I will be building one for myself. Okay, Ron, you put a little extra something in there, and then
Cute.
yes, you asked about building another 40 Ford. I will be building one, but it's going to be a long time, and I'm going to do a lot differently and not deal with the fitting issues that one had. So I will be working around those and getting rid of them, and so there are the shop cards, and they will go up all on the wall of inspiration and be part of my beautiful collaboration. I love and respect the support of this community, and I think you guys are awesome and amazing. But so let's get on this kit review. What are we in for time?
We are at 8 minutes.
8 minutes. Okay, this
Yes.
may run just a little bit long, guys. But anyways, Kenny over at Mindless Model Works, great builder, great guy. He just finished the Apollo 11 Saturn V rocket. It's huge. It's almost 5 foot tall. Thing's amazing. He built a case for it himself. And yes, Kenny, that is mine. I've had this kit over 10 years. I got an excellent price on it. $15 sealed from the store. It was going to be a front burner project, ended up being a back burner project, but I just wanted to kind of do a little kit review. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen this, but I'm not going to really get into the kit. I'm just going to get into the basics on here because I'm running short of time. But it will be going back on my front burner. I'm going to actually put a couple other builds on hold just to be able to do this. But just a quick review, not in the box, but just a quick overview. Pay attention, honey. Get these details in there, okay? So.
It's there.
It's the space. Is that upside down?
Yes.
That's completely upside down, Jesus. Okay. This is the spacecraft following the Apollo 11, or following Kenny's Apollo 11, Buzz Aldrin's. This includes the command module and the service module. And it separates. It's really cool. It's full of details. It's a half visual model. And that's why I bought it originally. I love when you find the visual details and the see-through effects that you get. So let me just go over this real short and quick. The service module has basically your thrusters, and it moves. It has an antenna array that is actually movable as well. Comes with a stand, lots of extra good stuff. But it is half visible, and so you can see it's part of the space module, or the command module, fully detailed, it's half visible. And then into the into the third picture there, you can actually see the service module and the command module separate. And I will be building it as such. It's been kind of a kit that I've been worried about building because I didn't want to screw it up. It's very historical and very sentimental to me. Part of our NASA program that is no longer around to speak of. But yeah, so, and this, get a good close shot of that. That's the details this has. And I really want to do this up proud. I've watched a lot of I've watched a lot of good videos on weathering, something I've never really done. I've done a little bit, but not anything extreme, and washes and weathering, things of that nature. So I will be getting on this. This will become a front burner project. It is probably not going to start until spring, weather providing, being able to paint and stuff. I have to paint outside because I like lacquers, and just I don't have a booth in here to paint in the office. And cave is still completely disorganized. So yeah, we're going through that too. But I want to send my condolences to everybody in the modeling community that is going through the issues they are going through. Everybody that is in the Northeast that has just been hit like hell by the storm.
Yeah.
It's never good. And you know, it's just it's tough. So we're here. Our prayers to you, and yeah, we'll get this started. And we're continuing on the NASCAR build there. Showing the NASCAR, honey. You're not even, you're in your own
I'm
world.
sorry. I'm
There's
in
the
my
NASCAR.
hobby too. Yes.
There's part of the Smoking Joe 311 group build. I've got my body set, bumpers front and rear, got everything sanded down. Still too cold to paint. But that's there, getting chassis parts together, and we'll be doing updates on that. But for right now, I just wanted to get that through, make my amendment, and let you know you're in our prayers and our thoughts for those of you guys going through it. And just a personal shout out from me to you guys. So until the next update, you guys be good, keep building, stay strong, and we'll see you soon. Peace.